Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my RP life. Follow me on Twitter. Join me on Facebook. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because this platform was created for you, the blind and visually impaired community, so that you can share your stories and what you go through. I am your host, Juan. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my RP Life podcast. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my RP Life. I am your host, Juan. And before we get started, I have a special guest on today. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Join me on Facebook at my RP Life, Family and Friends. I am the admin there, and my beautiful diva Deb is also an admin. And subscribe to me on all the platforms that Anchor puts me on, such as Spotify, Google Pod, and Apple Pod. So I have a special guest on, and her name is Danielle. Go ahead, say hi, girl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm alright. How you doing today?
I am great. I just finished soaking up the California sunshine, so we're all good over here.
That's good. Well, my question for you is, you are totally blind, right?
That's correct.
And let them know the name of your eye condition and how you became totally blind.
Yeah, so first of all, I'll just tell you all, once again, my name is Danielle, and I have a condition called retinopathy of prematurity, or ROP for short. Mm-hmm. And I was actually born 24 weeks premature, and I was like the size of a Barbie doll, pretty much, when I was born. So they had to keep us premature babies in the little incubator for a certain amount of time until we weighed a certain amount. And so because the oxygen was so I think it was pretty high, so my retinas got detached, and as a result I became completely blind, which is fine because that's the only thing that I have to deal with. So 30 years later, here we are. So yeah.
Right. And can you say one more time what's the name of your eye condition?
Yeah, it's called retinopathy of prematurity, or ROP for short.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not like a guide dog user or anything like that?
No, those. I always say that those are babies on 4 legs. You can't really, do much with. I mean, you can, but for me, I prefer the white cane just because it's less responsibility.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I feel the same way too, because like you gotta feed them, bathe them, put all the shots on them, and do more training after that, and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. And for me, I always been a cane user myself. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The other question I was gonna ask you was, so like, what do you do in your life to, do things around the house, and how do you go out? Like, let people know, because not everybody knows how a person like you and I are totally blind goes out and stuff.
Sure. For sure. So, first of all, I have to put the disclaimer out there. I am the only blind person in my family, so everybody else can see. So that's a little bit of a struggle, just because sometimes I feel like I stick out like a sore thumb, but you know, what do you expect? But you know, I still get treated like everybody else in the family. I have to do chores just like your average person.
Right.
Maybe a little modified, but you know, I do my own laundry. I've been doing it since I was 16.
Right.
And what else? You know, I just do normal chores just like everyone else. When we had a dog, I was responsible for feeding it every day. And so I got the privilege of doing that. You know, just average things. I, you know, graduated from high school back in 2009. And I was the only blind person at my high school, which was awesome because it gave me a chance to educate everybody on, you know, how do you go about like dealing with somebody who can't see, which was, it's always a plus when you can educate like people with that.
Right.
And so, you know, I traveled on just your average school bus and things like that. I went to classes just like everybody else, but had, you know, certain modifications. And then I took a leap of faith and went out of state for school. I went to the University of Arizona, all the way up in Tucson.
Wow.
All alone, no family, no nothing. So I was up there for 4 years. And I feel like that's like one of the best experiences that a blind person can have, is just going to some place that you're not familiar with and just venturing out by yourself. Because if you want a way to challenge yourself, that's like one of the number one ways that I can recommend.
Right.
Just because you're not anywhere comfortable, you're out of your comfort zone, and you're pretty much using the skills that you've been taught or had the privilege of trying.
Right.
Either with like certain organizations for the blind, or you've had some family members that are able to not be overprotective and just allow you to just live in general.
Right.
And so, you know, I really recommend, if anybody has not tried it, try going literally somewhere that you've never been before, and it will definitely grow you. And I can tell you that because I'm actually back home now, and I'm able to take care of myself. I'm self-sufficient. I kid you not, like, people can leave me here and don't have to worry about me, because I know some blind people that are just like, oh, I can't do stuff when nobody's here. And right. So it's just my recommendation for you all, just to, you know, try it sometime. Try venturing out and just, you know, challenge yourself, you know.
Right. And it's like, there's like some folks, when they're not born blind, but then go from sighted to blind, or sighted to visually impaired, then blind, like myself. Like, even for me, it was a struggle, but like I said once before on my other podcast, 3 days after losing my sight, I went out and went to the store, and I recorded it on YouTube. You know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but it's deleted now because I had deleted my YouTube channel at one point. But I have one video that you see me going to the store by myself, being totally blind. But you know, I never had like the O&M training and all of that stuff. I was mostly doing it myself, going on the internet and listening to watching YouTube videos and doing all that stuff, and I'm pretty good now, you know.
That's good.
From teaching my own, you know, teaching myself. And like, I can go from here to the train station. You know, I'm in the middle of New York City, so it's like, all the sounds of traffic and trucks can be overwhelming sometimes. It matters what mood I'm in.
Right.
But, you know, I'm used to traveling. Like, pretty soon I'm gonna go and see my girlfriend, and I'm gonna travel, even though it's gonna be in an Uber, but you know, but I'm still gonna travel, and I'm still gonna go see her soon, you know.
No, that's awesome, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, you're able to, even though you didn't get like the formal training, you're still able to do it. And I always say, you know, as long as you can get stuff done, it doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as you can accomplish the task at hand. Yeah, you know, that's all that matters, really. Because
once I caught a heart attack, it took the rest of my vision that I had left in my right eye.
Oh.
Yeah, because so with the retinitis pigmentosis, everything's like a tunnel vision, blurry, pixelated vision, and all of that stuff. So as time went on, even though I was diagnosed at a later on age, once I caught that heart attack, the rest of it was gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. So, like, when I did that video to show people, because, you know, I've showed so many videos of me going out visually impaired. Mm-hmm. And I did another video where I went to my appointment to go pick up my medications in my neighborhood about 3 to 4 blocks down, through a park and everything. And I did that totally blind by myself. And girl, I was nervous. Yeah, I was nervous. Yeah, I was like, concentrate, Daniel, son. Wax on, wax off. You know?
I feel you. And that's, you know, it can be nerve-wracking. I kind of wish that that I had an iPhone before I went up to school, because everybody, I kid you not, everybody was worried about me. And, you know, they had every right to, you know, worrying, because, you know, here we are, totally blind woman who's also a minority, going out of state with no nothing, and it's pretty nerve-wracking, especially the people that have known me since I was like baby. Right. And so it's like, oh, how's Danielle gonna take care? Danielle's just gonna take care of herself, just like your average person. Right. And so, you know, graduated in 2013. I decided to come back home to California, and I went through that long, depressing process of looking for work as a disabled person. Right. And for those of you all who have jobs now and are disabled, you understand how hard and grueling that process is. And I was blessed enough to have positions at organizations for the blind down here that were paid. Right. And they were temporary. So I was actually, I was a Braille instructor at a couple of organizations from 2014 all the way through 2017. Yeah, 17. And then towards mid 2017, I had the privilege of teaching a middle schooler, and I was her aide for like a couple months at her school. That was difficult just because, unfortunately, people don't understand what accommodations are needed for somebody who's visually impaired. So I'm really big on, you know, advocating for equal treatment for those of us who can't see. Just because I don't like when people are being like mistreated and stuff, and if you're not being provided the right amount of accommodations, that's when I'm like, okay, something better has to be done here. And so I did that for this young lady, and that was really rewarding. And then I still didn't have a full-time job though. It was all temp. But I was still paid, thankfully. Right. And plus, you help her get the help she needs and stuff too. Yeah. So I was still able to provide for myself, but I still didn't have that stability that I wanted. And so I found the organization that I currently work at now. It's an independent living center where 50% of the staff are disabled, so they're not blind. They're not all blind.
Mm-hmm.
You just have your like this category, different categories of disabilities, whether visible or invisible.
Right.
And so I am currently an independent living skills instructor, and I teach seniors, like legit 55 and up, how to do stuff without their sight. So you can just picture this like 30-year-old just teaching these 50-something-year-olds and older how to do things, and it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that it would be the opposite. You'd think it'd be like a headache, but no, it is really rewarding because, you know, these older people can trust me as a young person to see that, oh, she knows what she's doing, you know. Right.
And plus it makes your job also easier too, because they're interested in learning, you know.
Yeah, no, it does, but there are some things, I mean, I really do love what I do, and I wouldn't change it for anything, but it can be draining, especially now we're in the pandemic, because my job is, I actually get to travel to people, but because of everything going on, I have to teach people over the phone, and that's a little bit harder.
Right.
And so by the end of the day, I am mentally exhausted and drained, and so one thing that I've learned over the past year is I can take care of others, but I also have to take care of myself, and that's the number one thing that I don't like to say like trying times, but I mean they are trying, but I'm just gonna say these uncertain times have taught me how jacked up I can get when I don't take care of my own self. So, you know, it's one of those hard lessons that I actually learned last year, because I was not my best self all year. So, you know how that is.
Yeah, you need to, before you can help others, you know, you have to also help yourself first to, you know, get yourself like in the right state of mind to be able to deal with people mentally and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I'm you know, I'm an encourager, just because, you know, not only do I like to help people, I'm also involved a lot in the church, and I use a lot of my social media platforms for ministry and encouraging people. So I'm encouraging people like all day, every day. So every once in a while, I will get people that will call me and say, "Hey, Danielle, have you taken care of yourself today? If not, you should probably go take care of that, because you're pouring out so much that you're drained and exhausted."
Yep. So you have to take a time for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to keep doing that every time, putting your heart and everything into helping everyone else, because it's not healthy neither.
Yeah.
I get like that too sometimes when I try to talk to like friends and, you know, help them out and stuff like that. It's like draining, and then whatever situations are going on here that they don't know about, that's also draining too. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to help someone out, and I can't even do it for myself sometimes.
I feel the same exact way, especially like, you know, and it really took a toll when I had my first relationship romantically, and that really took a toll on me, because I'm like, okay, first of all, we're in the pandemic. Second of all, you're at a vulnerable stage to where you just want anything and everything right now, because it's a difficult time. And so there's a lot that I honestly learned last year, and you know, I made up in my mind to like learn from those lessons and like have a different mindset this year, which is, I'm actually not doing too bad right now. We're in April, so I'm not doing too bad.
That's good. Okay, so I said the guide dog thing. We already talked about
And I've already covered my work and everything, so.
Yeah, we covered the work thing. Think, get it together, man. What else can we talk about? Do you have any other okay, so you live alone or you live with family?
I live with my parents.
Your parents, and is everything? I was gonna ask. Is like in your home, since you're totally blind, do you have like your microwave with bump dots and all that stuff? And
that is a great question. Thank goodness that, for family members that can adapt to your situation.
Right.
My mom's microwave, it's brailled because she decided to get all digital appliances.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is brailled. The oven's brailled, the microwave's brailled.
Oh, cool.
She has an air fryer with buttons on it. I only use one setting. It's called preset. Let's see what else. We all have. There's echoes all over the house. I have one.
Yeah, you said the word, and that's the name I got it for mine.
Oh snap!
Yeah, no, don't worry though. I don't think she heard you because she would have said something. But
of course she would. I changed the name of mine, but there's all kinds of devices all over the house, and everything is pretty much adapted to where I can use it. The only thing that I don't use is the gas stove because I'm not proficient on the gas stove.
Right.
And that's something that I need to work on.
Right.
But yeah, no, I can cook somewhat to a degree. Mostly microwavable stuff in air fryer, but in the oven. But it's better than nothing at all.
Right. Yeah, with me, I've taught myself when I was visually impaired how to use it, and to use the gas stove. Like I still don't have bump dots or nothing on it, so it's like I make coffee. I'll warm up coffee over the gas stove. I end up making like soups, spaghettis. Hot dogs over the stove and stuff like that. And sometimes I amaze my mom. My mom's like, how do you know how high to put it? I was like, because I was visually impaired one time. I already know. I can't tell, but common sense will tell me if I turn it on and after it's done clicking and it turns on, that's fully high.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But you also, I think what people need to understand too is just because you are visually impaired doesn't mean that you've lost track of your other senses that you have.
Right.
You can hear when something is ready. You can feel by like the texture, the smell, obviously.
Right.
And so people often forget, that there are other senses that you can use even though your sight has completely deteriorated or declined.
Yeah, because with me, like, I don't put the bump dots on it, which I should, because for the simple fact, if my girlfriend come over and I decide to make some rice or something and warm all that stuff up, even though I'm not a cooker neither, but I'll Google some stuff, girl, and just I'm just letting you know, baby, you come over here, I got you, girl. All right.
Exactly. I mean, I had a partially sighted boyfriend, and he was actually an amazing cook, and give him props for that. And we all, like I said, we all have our ways of doing stuff, and as long as you get it done, we can actually do some pretty neat stuff if you just give us a chance. So.
Yeah, it all takes time too, because like for me, I was like, shiznit, now I can't see. Because when I woke up after, like, I didn't even know I caught a heart attack. When I woke up, I thought my lights was off in my room. I'm like, really? And then I clicked the light switch. I'm like, really? I was like, well, I guess it is what it is.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, well, I'll probably try to hang myself upside down by my feet to see if the blood circulation go back to the eyes.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, oh, well, there ain't nothing I can do about it. And then a few months later, I went to find out and caught a heart attack. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
All gone. But, you know, I just keep on pushing and keep on doing what I gotta do, you know.
You have to. You have to.
Because I ain't gonna stick around to be mopey.
As a woman, I mean, I still have, even though I was born with my condition, I still have moments of, you know, feeling down about it. But, and that's been a struggle for me since I was, like, a kid. And so, you know, I have a tendency to be really hard on myself too because I am the oldest, and so it's a lot of pressure sometimes. But I think a couple of people have told me, you know, Danielle, just keep taking it one day at a time. You know, go through your hard moments and just, you know, keep going as much as you possibly can.
Right.
So, yeah.
It gets. Like, when you're feeling down and it's those bad days, those, you know, me, like, I turn on a switch, it's called the F that switch. And once I get to that F that moment, it's like, you know what, F this. I'm just going to keep on doing what I got to do, you know, and try and be happy as much as I can.
I need to invest in one of them. Maybe I already have one. I just call it something else.
Yeah, right. Shoot. But I'm glad they're making medical marijuana and all this stuff legal now because, girl, I be getting so stressed out. I be like, I need to smoke myself a doobie or something, smoke a joint.
Oh, see, I don't have that luxury. Because I'm a singer, and so now I don't sing professionally, but I do sing in the church, and I also sing pop and R&B. So
cool.
I do sing, and so I don't personally, you know, do stuff to ruin my vocals because it's, as you can hear already, my voice is already low, and yet I'm an alto.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. And
then, so you got a YouTube channel, huh?
I do have a YouTube channel, and there are some videos up there. I have not updated that channel in a couple months, but there are some good things on there. I got a lot of inspirational stuff on there, so I'm mostly talking about, you know, verses from the Bible. Mostly that, and then there is a video up there of me preaching to this online ministry called The Vineyard. Shout out to The Vineyard.
Yeah.
And I actually was able to preach over the phone to them, and that is on YouTube as well. But if you all are able to, you are welcome to subscribe to that page, and I can put that in the comments section. That way, you know, people can actually hear it and, you know, see what it sounds like. You just have to type in Danielle with a Y.
Right.
And you will be able to find me. You can also find me on various other platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Skype, Twitter, what else? LinkedIn.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, what else do I have? Clubhouse.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Just Google me, you'll find me.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, I'm a part of the I'm part of Pastor Truth's thing too.
Oh yeah, I've been a part of that group since I was 27, so for the past 3 years. So it's amazing. It's an amazing group of people.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get him on soon and stuff like that too, but he's been busy and stuff. So, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, he's like really busy, and it's like I want to get you on here, man. You know. But
No, but yeah, you all are welcome to check me out. And the more you guys subscribe, now granted, I don't have a preference as to like who follows me, who doesn't, but I'm trying to keep everything up to current. I also have a public Facebook page, just because I'm kind of picky about who I put on my personal one.
right.
But I have a public page called Danielle's Words of Encouragement, and that page has been going strong since 2017. So, yeah, feel free to put a like on that. I think the last time I checked, there was like over 1,000 or so likes. I can't even remember.
Wow, that's good. All right, Danielle. Is there anything else you got that you want to share?
Well, I just wanted to encourage you all to just keep taking one day at a time. Remember to stay encouraged and stay positive, even though we're still going through whatever we're going through. And just continue to just keep in mind that, better is in store, even though it might not seem like that. But just know that, better is in store, and that just because you have a challenge, whether it's a disability or whatever it is, just know that you should not let that hinder you from doing what you need to do.
Right.
And I will just leave that there, and feel free to check me out wherever you can to get more encouragement.
This was an awesome show. Thank you, Danielle, for being here and sharing with everyone around the world, your story and what you do. And go check her out on YouTube also. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Danielle. God bless you and your family, girl. You hear me?
All right, yeah, you too. And we'll have to do this again.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm your host, ladies and gentlemen. This was My RP Life. And once again, please subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Join my Facebook group, My RP Life Family and Friends group on Facebook. I'm the admin there. My beautiful diva Deb is the head admin because, like I say always, she's the one that runs it. So you guys take care. Have a blessed day. And please don't forget to subscribe to me on all the platforms that Anchor puts me on, such as Spotify, iPod, and Google Podcasts, and every other platform they put me on. So peace out, y'all. God bless. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back again at another time. Peace, y'all.